A summary of Chapter 3, Phobias. The Hypnotherapist Confessions by Antony Watkins. Reasons given for fears and phobias seem to be endless. Phobias exhibited have ranged from the usual fear of heights, closets, spiders and snakes, to the rarer fears of clowns, crosses, urinating, the colour purple and even death. I've even come across the fear of beards, eyes, books, bicycles and mushrooms. Of course, the object of focus is not really about the fear of the object, but the way the subconscious mind reacts to it. All people suffering from a phobia will show the same traits in its origin. There are usually two reasons which have often led a person to this position. The first is that they have had a traumatic experience. Their subconscious mind has recorded it as something to avoid, and it will enforce it strongly with emotions and feelings. This appears to the person as either an uncomfortable awareness or of full-blown panic, including the fear of death. Some phobias can be formed over many years, where the person will feel the anxiety build up and getting worse the older they become. This is usually due to the way they are pre-thinking, dealing and behaving with that particular stressor. Only in rare circumstances will they be confronted by their phobic situation due to them spending much of their time avoiding it. Some people who are afraid of water will just not go near it, and the odd times that they do go near the water, it is often the case that the anxiety will worsen. This can form not from trauma, but from long-term anxious exposure or experience of the stressor. The person may be exposed to something agonizing or stressful. This can usually be found in their childhood. The phobia does not necessarily form at this point, but can at a later time in their life, and both situations should be treated separately. As you read the chapter on anxiety, you will find that the general point is that the person must try to accept their anxiety as willingly as they can and relaxedly as they can. Go with the flow. No struggle, no fight. Think about coping with its best and worst case scenario and try to disassociate them from the fear. They must learn to go with their anxiety and not try to control it or give in to it, but get used to pausing, breathing, and taking their time to slow down as they learn to control it and re-steer it. When relaxed, they should imagine that they are in control of their anxious situation, going through it all the way to the end successfully in their imagination, while thinking about being calm and relaxed. Desensitization is a very good method of treatment for anxiety and phobias, especially when there is no real cause found for the problem. Phobias appear due to mental confusion and the awareness of not being in control of a situation. Physically, the body goes tense, goes into fight or flight, and emotional anxiety. Deep and long-term relaxation is often needed to get the body and mind to balance together. It is essential that the thinking needs to be reconstructed in its preparation and approach to the stressor. Cognitive and regression work are both successful and can result in the person having a complete recovery. More often than not, phobias will tend to originate in childhood, and most people are not aware of the details of when or how it happened. Phobic fear is highly exaggerated in the mind of the person, and hypnotherapy and hypnotic therapeutic regression go hand in hand with each other. We should try to focus on what we are doing at the time and not on ourselves. The Hypnotherapist Confessions by Antony Watkins can be found on Amazon UK or Amazon.com. More information can be found at www AntonyWatkinsHypnotherapy.com.